Are we like diving deep or like?
Let's just go.
Let's just dive in. Welcome to Table Talks episode 1. Today we're going to be talking about what we wish we knew as students in middle or high school. I'm Lorraine.
I'm Morgan.
I'm Marissa.
And you're watching Disney Channel. I guess, okay. Are we like diving deep or like?
Let's just go.
Let's just dive in. All right. Ladies, if he's texting you past 10 p.m., it's not good.
Oh my god.
He doesn't like you.
Never. Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's what I got for right now.
Okay. Also, I feel like it's something that's really important to talk about is that a boy isn't worth it, especially in middle or high school, because a lot of times it gets in between your studies, it gets in between your relationship with God, and especially like if it's like a especially cute boy that you're like, people will just get jealous, everything, and I just don't think it's worth it. But I know that some people like to date, but I think that there's boundaries that you need to have, especially for that.
Yeah, that's true, because God's not going to send you a guy that's throwing you off your game, especially that young.
I'm going to go off course of boys. A huge thing is picking your friends. You may get along with certain people, but if you know they're not godly, you may get wrapped up in things and be somewhere at the wrong time. And even though you maybe didn't do anything, you may get in trouble for that. So you gotta really watch who your friends are.
That's real.
And I definitely feel like God will send you godly friends if you're praying for them, if you're looking for them. If you stay true to who you are, people will see that and they'll either admire it or they'll just be like, oh, no, she's not like that. Like, I know for me, like, in high school, there was a bunch of people who I knew were bad, and, like, once I was on course with God, they definitely respected that, and then I found godly friends because I was setting an example. So people saw that I wanted God, and they were like, oh, cool, she wants God too, and then we definitely came together after that.
That's true. I guess I'll add for high schoolers, high school seniors, it is okay to go to community college. It is absolutely okay. You're not dumb. You're not lesser than. You're saving money.
Yeah.
Do not take out a loan if you don't need to.
Yeah.
It's okay to go to community college. It's okay to go to a local school. You don't need to be upset if you didn't get into Harvard, because I didn't either.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You'll still make friends.
Yes.
Doing the same
Have the
thing.
Yes.
You'll still have some of the same experiences. Yeah, you'll be like, oh, there's not big football games, like, oh, there's not this and that, but you're saving so much money, and no one even has that much fun at those games anyways.
Honestly.
It's
The
just the
college
picture.
experience is a scam.
The college experience is pictures.
It's a scam.
And that's just the tea.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, but definitely, because I'm going to Kennesaw State right now, and I'm commuting next year, and I never thought that that was something that I would want, but I know that I'm saving so much money, I'm having the same experience, I'm getting a good education still, and if I wanted to transfer somewhere else, I could, and that way my degree would be in the same name as everyone who just spent $80,000 for their first 2 years of college. So I definitely think that's a good thing to keep in mind. Yeah.
I'm coming from the fourth wall. Lorraine, can you share what you feel like young girls sometimes fall into in regards to drama and relationship and comparing? Just scratch the surface for them, would you?
I'll scratch it. It is not a competition. It is never a competition. We are all fearfully and wonderfully made. God created us all individually. It's never a, she has this, so I need to be this way. And the whole comparison game, like, that's just the enemy's way to just take you out. And that like grows insecurity within you, and that stays with you if you don't address it as soon as you notice it. So I know for me, growing up, I guess we'll air it out. Me and Morgan,
we were not good
we
friends.
went at it when we were younger.
Always the pettiest stuff. And you know what's so funny is, like, when you're in it, because you know that you have this feeling toward, like, I had this feeling towards Lorraine, but I would never, like, say, I'd be like, no, I'm over it, and then it would be, like, petty stuff, like, I would go up to a group, address every single person except her,
right,
and it's just, like, it's not worth it. Like, now we're friends, there's no strife. When I walk into a room, I don't feel that, like, heartache, like, I don't have to be like, oh, well, she's here and she's doing this, so I feel like this way, and I definitely think that that's important to know, because it definitely felt like we were competing sometimes, and it's not a competition. We don't like God all made us special, and my gifts are not the same as Lorraine's. I'm not as extroverted as her. Let's just be real. I can't do any, like, I wanted to be just as like outgoing, doing this, all that, and I was just mad at everything because I wasn't. But you know what? That's not how I'm made. I'm more like, I'm cool. I don't need that. Like, that's not my thing. And that's her. That's why she's like so good at being a host, being a worship leader. But I'm good at like more background stuff. Like, I'm assistant for Pastor Chris. Like, that's my thing. I don't need to be something different than I am. And that's also like for competing. You don't need to compete. That's why you don't need to, because my calling's completely different than hers.
And you all need each other. Like,
yes.
I need Morgan's calm, cool, like detail oriented, because stuff would just fly right over my head if I didn't have that. So just understanding that this is a family. We're all brothers and sisters in Christ. Like, you all need each other. You all need to support each other, and not just girls uplifting one another, but guys too. Like, it's not a competition. Whoever flexes more at the gym or whatever, like, just be yourself, be you, love one another. Mm-hmm. That's all we have to do.
Yeah.
My thing is, we shouldn't compete because, okay. There's no reason to compete, because what God has called you to do in your life is going to be different than someone else. And if you're going based off what you see from someone else, how are you supposed to accomplish what God has said for you?
Yeah.
So,
we can talk about dressing modestly. See that? Oh, for me, growing up, I was always a big, I know we don't like to use this word, feminist, so I used to always get mad at my mom because she'd be like, cover up, do this and that, but I think that there's a reason why your parents each specifically have their own rules.
I mean, I kind of had the same, kind of like you. I grew up in a very strict, like old school, traditional Haitian household where I didn't even wear nail polish till like 9th grade. Like, I couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
But I just feel like with modesty, like, I know lately nowadays we like to be like, oh, but there's nothing wrong. Like, you know if you're doing too much. Just as long as what you're wearing isn't, we do everything to glorify God. So I feel like you should even glorify God in how you dress and how you appear to others. And whatever that means for you, whatever that means between you and the Lord, I feel is how you should practice that. But that also extends to not just what you wear, but just how you carry yourself and the conversations that you have, and just how you, what's the word? Express yourself, because you represent God everywhere you go. So yeah, that's my take.
If you're thinking in your head, oh, well, so-and-so, well, this guy, like, I have one, then you know you're not supposed to wear it.
Right. That's true. You're not supposed to wear it.
That's honestly so true. Wait, that's so true.
You gonna look at me if I got my shoulder out? No. Put your shoulder away.
Put everything away.
Put it back.
Because everyone can see that you're acting a fool. So,
If you're as wise as you are right now, but you was in 9th grade, as wise as you are now, what would be different?
I would have less boyfriends.
I would have a lot more godly friends and make smarter choices when it comes to what I was doing outside of church, and less boyfriends. Yeah.
I would not be easily led by others. Like, try to fit in.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining our table talk. Remember, you're beautifully and wonderfully made by God. Bye.
Bye.